Hang on, wait. Is that better? Is that better? No, it's actually darker. Anyway, I'm sorry for the darkness. Hang on for a sec. I can't tell if that's better, but anyway, I'm going to do episode 11 of The Flash, season 2, Flash, season 4, Arrow, episode 11, and Legends of Tomorrow, episode 2. Let's do this, and I'm going to also attempt Supergirl, episode 10 and 11. But before that, I'll try to get rid of these one episodes first. But so, The Flash, season 2, episode 11. Hey, the Reverse Flash returns! What? So let's start this off with the fact that the team finds out that the turtle is dead. If you guys remember in the last episode, Dr. Wells, oh dear sweet Earth 2 Dr. Wells, straight up murders poor turtle by, like, I think getting a piece of his brain out of his head. I don't know what the hell he did. But he injected the turtle, like, he had, like, this needle thing and stuck it up the turtle's nose or something like that, and, like, dead. I'm only guessing he got brain. I heard that when the nose, like, somewhat of a direct path to the brain. I don't know. But anyway, Jay Garrick, you guys remember Jay Garrick? Our Earth 2 Flash. He's suspecting Dr. Wells, which is a good thing because it is Dr. Wells' fault. But anyway, I don't know. I kind of somewhat feel sorry for the turtle. I mean, they caught him and everything, and yet, what happens? Some random dude from Earth 2 is like, yeah, I need your thing to kind of take down Zoom. Death. I do kind of feel sorry for him. I really do. A little bit, just because of Wells. And Wells, I have sympathy for Wells because, you know, he's doing this because he wants his daughter back. But murdering the turtle and then agreeing to help Zoom steal the Flash's speed, kinda no bueno for me. I'm just saying. But anyway, Cisco here. I love the fact that Cisco's getting a lot of attention in these episodes. Sorry, my throat hurts. Cisco's all asking Wells to help control his vibing abilities. And I thought this was really funny because, like, Wells is all telling, meet me remember, Eobard Thawne, I can't even say his name, Eobard Thawne's old little room, you know, Earth 1 Harrison, who was really Eobard Thawne. Remember that room he had that looked like a giant braille room, all white, and had, what was her name? God damn it, I forgot her name already. Hey, Ian. Hold up. Nope, can't remember it. But that AI program, I forgot what her name was already, but, like, remember that room, right? But anyway, Harrison asked Cisco to go in that room. Cisco's all there. He gets creeped out, right? And all of a sudden, there's Harrison in the Reverse Flash outfit, which, amazingly enough, triggers Cisco's vibing, which Harrison pretty much determined, you know, the connection between his vibes are actually Cisco, you know, getting scared, you know, fear response. And so he scares the crap out of Cisco using the Reverse Flash costume, which triggers a vibe, which pretty much alerts the team that Eobard Thawne is back. And they're all like shitload confused. I am confused. Because if you guys remember, Eddie sacrificed himself so Eobard Thawne wouldn't exist, right? So, like, basically, what we learned from Harrison Wells, that this version of Eobard Thawne is from the point in the future before he literally went back in time to kill Barry's mother. So he was basically in the Speed Force. So that's what I'm getting from Wells. Like, this Eobard Thawne, this Reverse Flash, literally just entered the Speed Force to go back in time to kill Barry's mother. That's why he was protected by the Speed Force. So, like, Eddie sacrificing himself pretty much didn't work with this particular Reverse Flash because he was in the Speed Force when it happened. So, he wasn't able to be erased by Eddie's sacrifice. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. We got our first, like, in-depth thing about the Speed Force where if you're in it, you're kind of protected from stuff in the timeline. You get what I'm saying, guys? Like, for instance, imagine if Barry was in the Speed Force right now. He went in the Speed Force to go back in time. Basically, anything that happens during the timelines that could affect him doesn't, because, well, he's kind of like in limbo, you know what I mean? You know, like, think of Supergirl. Like, you remember in the Supergirl, show, the explosion from Krypton pretty much knocks out her ship, and it puts her in limbo a little bit, and to the point where when she finally arrives on Earth, she's not the older cousin of Superman. She ends up being the younger one because she was stuck in limbo, you know what I mean? That's what I kind of think is with Reverse Flash. He's kind of, the Speed Force is kind of like his limbo, you know what I mean? But anyway, I spent 6 minutes trying to, like, in my head, explain to you what I think Harrison Wells was trying to tell the team about this particular Reverse Flash. I'm still just as confused, but that is my theory on it. Like, that is what I think, why that Reverse Flash in general is protected from Eddie's sacrifice. I think it's kind of like Supergirl when she was in limbo when her ship from an explosion. He's protected by the Speed Force. And I like the fact that, you know, this, like I said, you get more in depth on what the Speed Force can do. And not only can you go back in time, we've seen the Speed Force take Barry back in time. We've also seen Reverse Flash now twice send him back in time. And we've seen it multiple times with Barry. And it's interesting the fact that not only can it send speedsters back in time, it can protect them from stuff like, you know, being erased from existence because your ancestor pretty much shot himself dead, you know. I'm like really curious if we're ever going to see a different kind of time jump when it comes to the Speed Force. Instead of, you know, being protected from being erased from time and going back in time, I want to see if the Speed Force, I want to see in the show the Speed Force jumping a speedster forward in time, you know, like in the future. That'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, let's go to Wells. Wells actually retrofitted Cisco's existing goggles. You remember those goggles that Cisco had in a previous... Well, I'm not sure if it was a previous episode in this season or in season 1, but remember when Cisco had those goggles? It was most likely this season because I don't remember Cisco really getting really much into his vibing last season. Maybe at the end, but I don't know. But anyway, he pretty much retrofitted the existing goggles that Cisco had and to pretty much induce Cisco's vibing. And the team also learns that Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, is pretty much planning to use tachyons to return to his future. And hang on, my phone just went off. Hang on. Sorry about that. My phone was like going off like crazy because Twitter is going off the charts. But anyway, since the team learns about Eobard using tachyons to return to the future, Eobard actually manages to kidnap that one lady. I forgot what her name was. Shoot, I even forgot the company that she worked for. But you guys remember in season 1 and I think also in season 2, there was this one rival company that pretty much rivals Star Labs. It's like, oh, what was the name of that lab? I remember there was this one lab that was like always second only to Star Labs up until, you know, the reactor blowing up and all that stuff, and then Star Labs got bad credibility, and then this lab ended up being on top. And there's this one lady that was there, damn, I forgot her name. But anyway, when Cisco uses those goggles to find out what Eobard's doing, we find out that Eobard actually kidnapped that one lady who was the head of that one lab. I don't remember the name of the damn lab. You guys can put in the comment section, and you guys can call me stupid if you want when it comes to not remembering, because... But anyway, Eobard pretty much kidnaps the lady from that one lab, and also the tachyon stuff, because he wants to return to the future. And Barry, the funny thing is, in Cisco's vibe, he gets another vibe to the point where he sees that one lady help she may help build a machine with tachyons to help Eobard return to the future, and he basically sees Eobard saying, oh, pretty much turning his back on what he said to her, like, he pretty much told the lady, I'll let you go if you help build this machine. And she helped build the machine. She's like, you'll let me go, right? And he just straight up kills her the same way the original Eobard did with Cisco. You remember that? All that crap. Cisco sees that and they think, oh my gosh, she's dead, right? But then they find out from Cisco's vibes that Eobard killed the woman around like 9 something. And at the time, it was 6 o'clock, which I think was pretty cool. Cisco managed to vibe 3 hours, at least 3 to almost 4 hours ahead in the future, which I think is pretty cool. And so that gave them the advantage for Barry to arrive and destroy Eobard's tachyon machine and rescue the woman. And basically, they're all racing around the city because, you know, Eobard's like, catch me if you can. Barry manages to stop Eobard and imprison him in the particle accelerator. What I thought was interesting was the fact that, you know, Cisco, even though Eobard he's a time traveler in a way, and he's stuck in the past, they captured him. Cisco manages to divulge a lot of information about what the original Eobard did. Like, for instance, the fact that the original Eobard, the one that got sacrificed when Eddie killed himself, that Eobard was the reason why Cisco got powers. You know what I mean? And Cisco actually admitted that to Eobard. And like saying a lot of bad things happen because of Eobard, and Eobard actually learns what his original self did while he was there. And I don't think it was a very good idea for him to do. I mean, Eobard now has information about what he did, you know, and even Barry, who like pretty much hid himself in the shadows, but he was talking to Eobard, also divulged information. Like, he mentioned to Eobard that you killed my mother and all that stuff. All because he found out from this Eobard that Eobard wanted to be just like Barry, and that's the reason why he killed Barry's mom. Although this Eobard has not killed Barry's mom yet, Barry pretty much finds out, oh, this is why Reverse Flash killed my mom and did all the things he did, because he wanted to be like me and be a better me and stuff like that. And the fact that Barry also divulged that information, you know, you killed my mom and all that stuff, I think that was a bad idea on Barry and Cisco's part, because I know he's captured and all that stuff, but does it really a good idea to give information about what he actually did? I mean, I'm just saying. But anyway, like, his capture unfortunately causes a rupture in the timeline and threatens to kill Cisco. Cisco, he already was going through like, what you call it? Yeah, he was going through like strokes, remember? Because apparently the goggles, they pretty much did something to his brain that constantly gave him like seizures and stuff like that. And the capture of Eobard pretty much did a rupture in the timeline that also threatened to kill Cisco, like kill him off from the timeline. So unfortunately, Barry is forced to send Eobard back to the future to pretty much save Cisco. Again, it goes back to what I said. They were forced to send Eobard back to the future, and unfortunately, they sent him back to the future with all the information that Barry and Cisco told him, which I think is a bad idea already, you know what I mean? You pretty much gave him everything he needs to know, and you sent him back home. Come on, guys! Anyway, another little minor thing that happened during this episode was Patty. You know, she has like 2 days to go before she leaves. And she pretty much figures out that Barry's the Flash, but Barry will not acknowledge it. He won't admit that he's the Flash to her, right? To the point where she says, tell me you're the Flash and I'll stay. But Barry pretty much says, no, I'm not the Flash. And so she, like, sadly in tears says, okay, I'll leave. And she leaves. But she does something amazingly clever. She manages... And I realize I am actually running out of time. This is so pathetically sad. I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.